Good morning. That was 2.5 hours worth of placing blocks. Condensed down to however long that time was. I hope it turned out great. Excuse me. So, Guardian Farms, you say? But Magoo, this doesn't look like a Guardian Farm. I know. But hear me out. I'm gonna explain all of this stuff. So, what makes a farm fast? There are basically two things you need to think about. And as I've said before, I'm going for maximum efficiency with this build here. So, there are two main things you need to take into consideration. I'm just gonna jump around here while I talk about this, because jumping around is fun. First thing is spawn rates. You need stuff to spawn quickly. And in order to make that happen, you need a lot of spawnable spots. The more spawnable spots you have, the quicker stuff will spawn. And also you need to make sure that nothing spawns around you, which is why I have a perimeter. You see, the other thing to consider is how long is the lifetime of the mob you want to farm. And by that I mean, how long does it take from the time where the mob spawns until it no longer counts towards the mob cap. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that you kill the mob, but you need to remove it from the mob cap. And you need to do that as quickly as possible. And that's the big trick with this farm. So a normal farm where you just have a big tank and you drop them down a little bit and then you flush them into the middle and then you drop them down again, and stuff like that, or if you replace the floor of the ocean monument with magma blocks to suck them down and kill them on the magma blocks, you probably have a lifetime of a mob somewhere, depending on your setup, 10 to 15, maybe even 20 seconds. I've seen farms designs out there where you have a lifetime of like 30 seconds or something like that. This farm, we are down to 5 seconds roughly. Some quicker. I would say 5 seconds is probably close to the maximum you can get from this. Most of the time probably shorter, so like 3-4 seconds, which means from the time a mob spawn until a new one can spawn and take that previous mob's place in the mob cap, we are talking about just a few seconds. And the way I am going to do that is up here. You see we have dispensers. Dispensers are not necessary. They are just there so I can actually turn the farm off when I don't use it. For lag reasons and stuff. So there are going to be water buckets in all the dispensers. I'm very, very much looking forward to placing all of those. But yeah, water will flow down. You will have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high water pillar. That could actually be shorter if you want to, or something, but that's to get a couple of more spawn spots in. But yeah, you have a 5 high water source. Then you have these fence gates. And then in the middle here, this wall here is going to come all the way down to this level. And underneath here, I will place another water source. Like so. Which will, when the mobs fall down here, they will immediately get flushed into, and if you haven't guessed it already, these are Nether Portals. So what will happen is the mobs will spawn somewhere in this column. They will drop down and they will get flushed into the portal and get sent into the Nether. And once they go into the Nether, they are removed from the mob cap. So new mobs can spawn. And that's basically the whole trick about it. Yay! And then I can kill them on the other side, because they don't count towards the mob cap here, so when they are in the Nether, they don't affect the farm, so you don't have to be super quick with killing them. It's going to be pretty quick. They are basically just coming out of a portal and falling to their death, so it's going to be quick. But it doesn't have to be necessarily, but you don't want the massive buildup of mobs in the Nether, do you? Probably not, probably not. Yeah, so that's pretty much how this farm is going to work. Yay! The redstone for this is very simple. We have the dispensers here. And we're just gonna run a redstone line down all of these concrete thingamadoodlers, blocks. And then just send a pulse down here. We're gonna have an observer here. Send a pulse. That will activate all the dispensers. And then we send another pulse. And it will retract all the water again. Very, very simple. So, what I need to do now in this build, I thought I would do a little break here and explain how things work before I get any further. What I need to do now is place in all of these water buckets. That's gonna take a while. Yeah, and then I need to pretty much light up all the portals, place in the water downstairs, all of that, place in the redstone up here, do all of that, and when I have that done, I might actually wait with the portals and stuff. Probably wait with that, but we'll see what I feel like. But anyways, when I have all of that done, the next step is to build the exact same thing one more time above this. I'm looking forward to that. Nah, it wasn't too bad. It took like 2.5 hours to build this, but I used up a whole shulker box of obsidian plus a couple of stacks, so I don't actually have enough obsidian. Might have some laying around. We'll see. Yeah, so I will place in buckets, I will place in redstone, do all of that, and bring you back in at some point in the future. Yay! So a few hours later we have double layers. Yeah, this is a thing. It's actually a couple of days later. That is the truth. One small little thing left to do, pretty much, before the next step of this here farm build. I managed to say the word I was trying to say eventually. Yeah, I need to hook up the, I'm gonna put some rails in just so we can send an activation through this here thing and activate all the dispensers. I've been around, placed water in all the dispensers. 1,500 plus some change. Yeah, it's not very fun. No, it's okay. It takes a while, but hey ho, needs to be done if I want this to work. And this thing I'm doing now is I'm basically just gonna have, where you see there is a birch block, I'm going to have a piston with slime blocks and some redstone blocks. Which will just pop up and power the rail there, and when that rail powers, it will send signals through dispensers that I will place here in a little bit. I guess this one I can place. So you will have observers looking at this rail, and when this gets powered, it sends a pulse down, activating all of these dispensers, and you do that all the way. Yeah. I was trying to think of if there was something else that I wanted to say about that, but there really isn't much more to it. The farm itself isn't completely done. There are still a couple of things we left to do in this here thing. For example, lighting up all the portals. But I want to make sure that I have everything prepared on the nether side as well before I start thinking about lighting the portals. But we can go down inside and have a little look-see at what is left to do here. That should be the activation line, all done. Ouch. Yes, so I don't have a water bucket, but I've explained this already. So all the way here, where you have the glass up here, we need to place water in the middle, light the portals, place water in the middle. Did I say that the portals hold water back? Who knows? They do, anyways. So we need to light the portals, then we can place in water here in the middle, and then we can place 2 more rows of glass, I think it is. Yeah, so we have a glass down at this level. I also managed to install Optifine. Yay! That was a bit more complicated than it should have been, but I managed to do it eventually. Thank you, Google. yeah, so we need to do place in the water here everywhere, light all the portals, but before we light the portals, I want to have the... why am I looking down? I want to have the nether side all done up. And all of that. So we are as far as we can get at the moment. Yes, we are as far as we can get at the moment. Yeah. With this build. I'm also going to put a roof on top of this. I just want to make sure that everything works before I do that. Because a garden farm works a lot better if you have a roof on it. So it's just gonna be, it's not gonna be done by observers. It's going to be, but it's basically a slab floor at that level. Which will increase the spawn ratio a lot. So you want to have a roof on top of it. And also it looks kind of nice when you can't see this on top thingy. I'm also going to put a building around this and all of that. So there's a lot of stuff left to do, but I want to have this functional first. But that's not gonna happen in this episode. Sorry about that. So yeah, next time we are going to work on getting the collection system up and running and making sure we manage to kill all the guardians and get the collection system up and running and all of that. And then it should be possible to start up the farm, I think. I need to think about if there's anything else that I've missed, but I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We need to do a lot of digging in the nether. I think that might be a project for a live stream. I threw my pickaxe. Yeah, so this is going to be a nice stopping point for today. As per usual, how long is this episode? Well, you tell me. If you watched until now, you know how long it is. I have no idea at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be interesting when editing. Also, I hope you didn't mind the sneaky let's do a quick episode last one. That wasn't at all to buy myself some time and whack an episode out in 2 hours and then I can focus on this again. Not at all, I promise. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, yay, you know the drill. And I will see you next time. Yeah. Bye!